We have an awesome show for you guys today.
The greatest eventer of all time.
Good news for the sport.
Happy New Year, 2026, John.
It is 2026. We are in season 7, episode 1. We've got Will Simpson on the show. Let's take a break and we are going to get to it.
That's awesome.
Want to advertise on the John and Rick Show? Contact John at 352-875-8622.
Or call Rick at 850-879-2649.
For a horse owner on the road, your trailer is essential. No one enjoys being stuck on the road. At Horse Trailer Pros, we repair, renovate, and maintain all makes and models of horse trailers. We work directly with your insurance company or manufacturer for warranty repairs and insurance claims. Our state-of-the-art facility provides quick turnaround and friendly customer service. Considering a living quarter conversion? We do those too. Find comfort on the road with Horse Trailer Pros. Call or text 352-804-2131. HorseTrailerPros.com.
Welcome to the John and Rick Show in 2026. John, this is season 7. I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty unbelievable. It's great, and that has only happened because of
Horse Trailer Pros.
Horse Trailer Pros being with us every step of the way. We appreciate them. And what's really important, guys, before we get into the show is, because I was thinking of this today, I was pulling up on Buzzsprout, like all the podcast stuff.
Yeah.
And looking at like all of the accomplishments and the great things that the podcast has done, and just thinking how lucky we are that we have this amazing audience that tunes in all the time.
That's a great thought.
And
2026.
Yeah, no, it is. It just kind of hit me how amazing the audience is that they do this. And
God,
because of that
rum
audience,
and you're like sweet.
I know. Well, I was sweet earlier today, but rum is made of sugar cane, so that's part of the reason.
Good.
So the point I'm trying to make is we have these amazing sponsors, and you people that are watching, you people that are watching, we appreciate you, and we need you to support the sponsors because they are amazing. They keep the show going. They keep the podcast rolling. And if you're here in Ocala, you're going to see a lot of local companies. But if you're not in Ocala, there's still the opportunity to go, like, you can look up I Love My Horse online.
Or call them and order those.
Or you come hang out and visit in Ocala. Go check out all these great places. Maybe your horse trailer needs some work. Go down to Horse Trailer Pros.
Sands. You need to school your horse.
Right. So check out the ads. They're not just there because, gosh, it's a fun thing to do. They're there because they value you guys and they know that you are part of the John and Rick Show worldwide multimedia universe and that you are going to go and support them. So please do that. Also, make sure you check us out on your podcast players. Give us a review. Go to YouTube. Comment. Share all of our stuff. It helps us tremendously.
Do you dream this at night?
I do. Also Instagram. Don't forget Instagram. So,
very well said. Well, we were at Horse Trailer Pros today.
Yeah.
Matt was awesome. Came out, greeted us like he always does, and told him what we needed done. Needed the wheel bearings done, and a couple other little things, but.
Yeah, I got to get in there.
No, he's amazing. I called him last week. He goes, "You want me to come, send somebody to pick up the trailer?" I was like, "No, we'll drop it off." I mean, they'll come pick up, drop off.
I take full advantage of the pickup service.
Hey,
I love it.
I should have taken it because we had the dilemma.
Yeah, if you had taken advantage of Horse Trailer Pro's pickup service, you would not have had this issue that you had today. Well, briefly tell us what happened, because you guys are going to love this.
Woke up at, I don't know, when he wakes up at 4:35 in the morning.
Right, because he's 85.
We had a little bit of celebration together the night before. I had my espresso martinis, and he had his whiskey. And so I woke up at 5. I was like, ugh.
I'm not waking up.
I was like, what is going on? I heard him banging around. I'm like, you're not going to the gym, are you? He goes, yep, gotta go run. I was like, okay.
Good man.
So out the door he goes. I don't know, it's cold, it's early. I get my coffee. He's done working out. He ran 4 miles or something. He runs.
Hold on. On a treadmill?
Yeah.
That is so boring.
He won't
Okay.
run at home because the cow. He's afraid of the cow.
Cows chase me.
So Briggs is scared of cows. Okay.
He said, "I'll go run out in the 40 acres because we have a galloping track."
Right.
It's like perfect place to run. He comes back in. I was like, "Why are you back in?" He goes, "Cal turned and looked at me." I was like,
Wow.
okay.
You got moo phobia.
They're wagyu as
chase
well.
me.
They
They
don't
chase
hurt
me.
you. They can't do
They
anything.
chased me through the creek.
Okay. All right.
So anyway, he's in his car going home, and he called me and I was like, "Hey, we need chicken scratch and maybe some more. So that's other stuff. And we need kibbles for the dog. Why don't you just go to Spar?"
Right.
And then in the same breath, I was like, got to go to Horse Trailer Pros.
So we're gonna
So
get this
we'll
all
just
done.
do that all done. And so don't worry about it. He goes, "I'm already in the turn lane. I'll do a U-turn." And in my head, I was like, oh, he should never do a U-turn.
But you only said that in your head.
In my head. I
Right.
didn't say it. So I hung up and I was like, okay, he's got a brand new truck, Tacoma. It's small.
It's a cool truck.
He can make a U-turn, right?
You would think.
7 minutes later, I did a Braden. That's my son who loves to hit culverts.
Poor Brady.
And I was like, wait, that means a lot of things. So tell me what that means. He goes, "I hit a curb." I was like, "What?" And he said, "Yep, the tire's gone. I just happened to be able to limp back into the Gold's Gym." And I was like, "Great." And he goes, "And I can't find where any of the things are to take the tire and get it down and put it on." I
Like
was
the tire iron or the jack or anything.
"What do you mean you can't find it?" "I can't find it." I was like, "Do a YouTube on it."
Right. I
So
survive
he
on
goes, "Will you
YouTube and
please come help?"
ChatGPT.
So I got, because he couldn't find the stuff, I got in the Defender. I went and got our
Jack?
jack. Why am I missing the word for that jack? The hydraulic one.
Right.
And got some other stuff. I got all dressed. I was still in my pajamas.
What time of day is this?
Excuse me. It's fudging.
Fudging.
8 in the morning, 7:45, 8.
Right.
I mean, I'm supposed to be letting chickens out and
Right.
getting to the office. So I get in the car. I started up. I said, "I'm on my way." He goes, "I figured it out. I got it." I was like, "Oh, you found it?" He goes, "Yeah, I got it. I can do this." I was like, "Okay." Get out of the car, put the jack back up in the RV, go back to the house, get in the house, get a call. The truck just fell off the jack and the jack was
You are
stuck.
so lucky you weren't underneath that car.
No, he was just jacking it up. He hadn't even gotten
Still,
anywhere.
I mean, I do stupid things all the time.
So he said, and the jack is stuck where I can't get it out. So back into the car I go, get the hydraulic lift, drive there, and get there. And sure enough, I mean, he had got that. There's no
He did a
way to
really
get
good
out.
job messing it up.
Yeah. And so I was like, I don't even know you're going to be able to drive that. So got the hydraulic thing out, start to pump it up, right? Find the right spot underneath the Tacoma. As I get it up, the hydraulic wheels start lifting off the ground. I was like, what is going on? I mean, it's
Right.
a little Tacoma.
Right.
So then we pull the Defender's jack out. We have 3.
This is like Mr.
jacks
Bean trying to jack up a
underneath
truck.
that, right?
But you got it done.
Got it done, got it finished, got the horse trailer and the truck to Horse Trailer Pros, and Matt's in there, and we tell Matt the story, and he goes, "I'm 1 mile from Gold's Gym.
Right.
Why don't you just call me?"
Yeah.
I was like, there's a certain point where no call can be made.
Right.
You're stuck in the moment.
Well-
and you got to do what you got to do.
I'm glad that you guys survived.
We did. The truck is waiting for its tire to arrive.
Right. Right.
So anyway, that was our little
Is that the
bleep
mechanic
moment.
hitting the jack?
That's oh right. Yeah, but that's a rough start to the day.
It didn't go well for a little while after
Right.
that. We finally got through it, and I sat in the truck when we were going to Horse Trailer Pros, and I was like, let's do a reset.
Right, just start again. So that was this morning.
Yeah.
I was fighting with trucks trying to get them to show up to unload a trailer
Hay.
load of hay.
How many bales come in that?
That was 588.
What is the poundage?
It was roughly 16 ton.
What per bale?
They're not terrible. They're like 50-pound bales.
Okay, so you got yourself, Canyon.
Canyon, Trinity, Kendra came over and helped out from the laws, which was great. And then Caden and Jen.
A crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you warned me that it was going to be late.
Yeah, and then it wasn't. We got it all done. Everything got done. All the horses got ready. It was perfect. It was a perfect day. But it was a really stressful start to the day.
Yeah, you sounded stressed in your text.
I was. You could hear me in my text, yeah. So, anyway, we should probably talk horses.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because we're actually being recorded right now.
Well, it feels like we're at home.
It does.
FEI.
Yes.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay. What are we talking about?
Well, they just made it official. No more 15 for flags. It's down to 9.
Yep. Which I think makes tons of sense because now a flag is less than a pin.
Yeah.
So that's, to me, I actually think it should be less than 9, but at least now.
I think they were batting around 7. So
I think
they
it
must...
Yeah, I thought it should have been 7, maybe 5 even. Like it's probably more than 5 because it should be more than a pole and show jumping. But
so when we talk flag, are we talking even if you knock the flag down, or are we? Still
no, it's still the same idea.
It's
still the same idea if you're like
right
outside the flag.
Okay.
It's the same. It's the same.
Same concept.
Same concept, just
15
different
to
penalty
7.
point. Correct.
Okay. Instead of losing the gold medal.
Well, you still might.
Well, you might, but I think the 7. If she would have had a 7, we would have to go back and look at her score. She might still have been in the medals. We're talking about Ross.
Right.
Which, by the way, on Ross Canner's flag,
Yes.
I say she was in. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, I think actually I would agree with that.
What else is going on?
Well, we just finished up the under 21 training camp here in Ocala, and that looked like it was a lot of fun. And I know we had talked to David last podcast about that, and he was really excited for that. And it looked like from the bits and pieces I saw from USEA, from their social media stuff, like he did a great job, and that whole team of coaches did an awesome job coaching the kids. So that was, I believe, a really successful week.
Then didn't they do something with the under 25 as well?
Yeah, and I think Leslie just finished up an under 25 or
So exciting
developing. I don't know if it's. I don't think they call it under 25 anymore. I think it's just the developing rider.
I think it's still under 25.
Under 25?
No,
Okay.
Developing riders?
You might be right. It could be the under 25.
Well,
but
because they had the under 25 World
yeah.
Championships.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So why would they call it something different?
I don't know. The thing is,
let's talk about that.
We act like we're experts, but we're not.
No, we just catch some things and then we go with
and then
it.
we just say it.
So we caught some things because Briggs was telling me 2026 Mill Street World Championships U25.
Yes, correct.
Then
and that's a 4 short.
A 4 short.
Yeah.
And then I saw the FEI email about the 15 to 9, and then they had to code falling off in the competition ring if you weren't through the bell or through into the dressage ring. They gave it a code like a rider fall if you're on course.
Right.
They gave that rule that same number.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was happening.
I didn't either.
It's so funny because I remember coaching young riders years ago, and one of my riders fell off in the dressage test at the Virginia Horse Center. And I didn't know what to do. I'm like, I have never seen this before. I don't know what the situation is. And Roger Haller, who was
amazing,
one of the greatest people I've ever known, was standing next to me, and he stood there because he was the TD, and he just stood there. And I'm like frozen in panic because I don't know what to do. The girl's there, the horse is like wandering around inside the ring. And he says, John, did you know that if a rider falls off in the middle of their dressage test, they are not eliminated? And I'm like, no, I didn't know that, Roger. He goes, yeah, I just thought you might be interested in that interesting fact. I'm like, no, I am super interested. Anything else? And he said, well, actually, yes. Also, did you know that if a rider falls off in the middle of their dressage test, that anyone at a horse show perhaps could go in and help them catch the horse and get back on with no additional penalty, and then they would just hypothetically pick up the test from that point. And I was like, I did not know that. I'll be right back. And I ran in and put my kid back on, and away she went, and she got a -2 for the movement and went on with her test.
Well, I guess we can't do that.
And you can't do that anymore. Now even if you fall off going around the outside of the ring, you're done.
That's right.
That's interesting.
And it took me a second because, it takes me a second.
Yes.
Because I read it, and then my brain went right to, well, you fall off in warm-up all the time. You're going to be eliminated? And And then I was like, surely it's not warm up. So I
warm-up.
had to look at it clearer, and it said, when you enter the competition ring.
Right.
And before you go through the flags.
Right. So basically, it's if you're at an event like Kentucky and you go down into the Rolex arena.
Right.
Once you're in there, if you fall off, you're done. But if you fall off up in the warm-up,
you're fine.
Or on the path down to the ring, you're
fine.
okay. I think that makes sense.
I think it does because, well, I don't know where they would be, because if you fall off in the warm-up ring, you have to get checked out.
Right.
So if you fell off in the ramp going down, they would have to hold up, and I would say you. I don't know the competition.
Well, they
ring
probably
would be
can't
once
adjust
you
your time.
Step on the ramp.
I don't know. It's probably more like
We
you're
need
still
that
gonna,
defined FEI.
Well, you're still going to probably go on your start time. So if you miss your time for your test, then that's an elimination.
But the rule is, if you fall off, you have to get cleared.
Correct.
So.
But if you fall off in the warm up,
Look at us finding gray.
Yeah, we're very. Always gray area. Yeah, like if you fall off right as you're about to go down the lane, you still would be under the same situation where you got to get checked out and you could miss your start time. So yeah,
I'm not going to hold the time.
Is the lane still the warm up?
I don't know.
That's what I was just saying. We need that clarified things.
There's so much stuff.
We showed this weekend?
I was there helping people out at Majestic Oaks.
3 thoroughbreds.
Boom. And you guys had a good weekend.
Yeah. My little cute 6-year-old thoroughbred mare, never done a recognized, got a 27.7, clear show jump, clear cross country, finished second. Guess who beat me? And I went like this.
Briggs.
She was on the show, and I said, every time you're on the show, the next event, what did they do?
David O'Connor.
Nope.
Okay.
Kimmy.
Kimmy Cecile. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good job.
She won the class.
Nice.
And then when I got home, I said, look at that. The karma from the John and Rick show.
Yes.
Should have told Will the karma.
Well,
but Briggs goes, I've been on the show, and I've never won.
Yeah, but you're like, that luck gets worn off on you because you're here every time.
Yeah.
So,
see?
yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah,
anyway, we had Lord of the Nile go, ended on his dressage score, was 8th, and then a past advertiser, Yvonne O'Krant, our lawyers.
Yep.
Her 5-year-old that we sold her last year as a 4-year-old was 4th in the same division with me. Briggs was upset that I beat him.
Well,
and he ended on his dressage score with a 30.
Nice job. Well,
I said if he would have ridden better, he would have won.
Yeah. That's usually what it takes. Ride well and better than everybody else with a better horse and leave all the things up. Then you win. That's what I'm told.
I saw you there. Thanks for letting me borrow your car.
Yeah, you forgot all your stuff.
No, not all my stuff. I was sitting there.
Your boots? Or was it your boots?
Just boots.
Yeah, okay.
Just boots. Then the next day, so Briggs and I think it was really cool, right? We had somebody can try a horse at 8:30 in the morning on Sunday. We'll load up. It's 9:30. Yeah, it's fine. She didn't like the horse, and it wasn't a fit. That's fine. It happens. We get in the truck and the tray. It's kind of warm when we're leaving, right? Get in the car, the truck with the horses.
Yeah, the weather changed that day.
We need to walk the course. We get there. All of a sudden, it starts misting, and it turns cold. So now we're there with the dogs. We brought nothing. No jackets, nothing.
You know, they have these apps on your phone. It's the weather app, and you can check it, and it tells you what the weather's going to be
But
that
we
day.
did look at but it would never said anything lower than, I know, 67. And I'm like, we're babies. It's like 63, and we're cold and shivering.
I know, you came in here today and turned on the heat immediately, and I was like, it's perfect.
You know what we did?
Complained.
No.
Okay.
We got back in the horse. We had plenty of time, like almost 2 hours before his ride time.
So you just drove the whole rig back home?
It's 12 minutes.
Right.
Because 12 minutes in your car from my boots the day before.
Right.
And back. And then 12 minutes there and back. And we got barber jackets. And Briggs has his barber jacket. And he goes, and they say you don't need a barber jacket in Florida.
Right.
But you do.
You do sometimes, for sure.
It's going to be cold.
It's going to be cold this week, too.
What are you going to do? I know you were there coaching. How'd your kids do?
The kids were great. Everybody had a great weekend.
I saw Trinity on a gray horse.
Trinity did well. Canyon did well. Everybody did great.
I saw
was
Mike French there.
Mike French got to watch his horse go around.
Lady.
I don't know what that means.
Your lady that helps you with your...
Vilma.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vilma was there. She comes, checks it out. Yeah, absolutely.
She's good.
Yeah, Vilma's
with
great.
her new lab.
Yep. So
What does she do?
Vilma is, well, she's does CrossFit. She's a CrossFit trainer. She's a competitor. She is a general badass. So that was good to see Vilma and get to catch up again. Yeah, it was fun. We had a great time.
Good. And then I saw your wife the next day. You
we tag teamed it. Teamed. I did one day, she did the other.
Sounds good.
It was good. All right.
When are we all riding?
Let's take a break.
Really?
Yeah, and then we got Will Simpson coming on. I'm excited for Will. I want to check him out. So
hey, it's gonna be fun having Will.
Yeah.
But I want to say this. I appreciate you being with us, me and Briggs, for 6 seasons, starting our 7th.
Yes. I appreciate you guys as well.
Time.
Yeah. 7 years in this.
Well, this is starting of 7.
Right. Okay, so 6 years in a day, in a show. Right. Pretty cool.
Yeah, you want to wind it down now?
Well, I mean, I didn't want to end it, but since you brought it up.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, guys. So thank you again. I know I went on my spiel earlier, but we really do appreciate every one of you for watching and supporting the show. Please support the sponsors, and we are going to take a brief break, and then we'll be back with Olympic gold medalist Will Simpson.
Good job.
It's going to be excellent. The greatest show ever. I just got back from Magnolia Sands schooling the horses cross country. It is such a useful place to go. If you are here for the winter season and you want to go cross country schooling, Magnolia Sands needs to be on your list. It is awesome, great jumps. You do have to make reservations, so you're going to text 615-414-0781 or send them an email at magnoliasandsfarm@gmail.com. You're going to have a great time.
Equibrew, now available in the USA. It's a live probiotic that you feed daily to your horses. The live microbes go into your horse's gut and cleans up the gut wall, creating a healthy gut system.
Equibrew is an essential part of my feeding program. My horses love to eat it, and it does a really good job of promoting gut health and also good behavior and great performances.
It's something I recommend for all of your horses, no matter what they do in their careers.
It's so affordable, I can use it on all of my horses in the barn, not just my top horses.
Order Equibrew today by going to brickfieldnutrition.com or calling 850-879-2649.
Grant Showalter has over 15 years of equine bodywork and saddle fitting experience. His technique allows him to identify and alleviate tightness in muscles. He uses trigger point massage to release points of restriction. Grant has over a decade of experience fitting and adjusting a wide variety of saddles. His expertise in equine physiology, coupled with a thorough understanding of the importance of a properly fitted saddle, allows him to quickly identify and correct any balance issues. Grant can also adjust your saddle on site. Grant works on all of my competition horses, and I have noticed a significant improvement in their performance at competitions and their overall way of going. Grant's based in Ocala, Florida year-round, but regularly travels to the surrounding areas. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 484-639-4454. Welcome back to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We're in the Equibrew segment here, and really pleased to be joined by Will Simpson, a 2008 Olympic gold medalist on Carlson von Dock, which I didn't massacre, which is awesome. He's won over 75 Grand Prix, legend, had the high jump record for years, and over 10 years. Yeah. And we're really pleased you're here, so we appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
There you go, good intro. But then you can talk about Equibrew.
So we've got Equibrew as the sponsor. This is a great live probiotic. You guys know Equibrew by heart now. Just know that it is fantastic. I feed it to all of my horses. Rumor has it Will feeds it to some of his as well, and is going to probably start feeding it again to another one. And we love it. So Rick, anything else?
Just so everybody out there, that is food grade Equibrew. It comes from New Zealand. And so I'm not afraid to say this. I had a little bit of a upset stomach before we came here.
Oh no.
So I did a shot glass of Equibrew.
You feel like $1 million.
In 5 minutes. So if you want to know how your horses want to feel and you don't feel well, use it. We use it daily anyway, just for us. But the horse's gut system really works well on it. So Choco Blue went great on it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get 2 more to you to start using again.
Perfect.
Good deal.
Gut health is so important with the horses.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so
Let's go to the Olympics.
Yeah, I think that's maybe we start at the Olympics, and then I want to actually, when we get to it, we want to talk about your childhood in Peoria, Illinois, because we have a little bit of a connection, actually.
Is that right?
Yeah, which I didn't know.
How about that?
I didn't know.
Why don't you start there?
Okay, let's start there. So you're from Peoria.
Peoria, Illinois. That's where I was born.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
a little nervous sitting in.
I know, same. So I'm actually not from Peoria, but my whole dad's side of the family is Peoria, Illinois, and I just thought it was such a small world that, like, I still have an uncle who lives there. He was a vice president at Caterpillar. I have a cousin who lives there, lots of cousins who live there. So I've spent a lot of time in Peoria. It's just kind of funny that we've had a few guests, especially from the jumper world, where I feel like they come from kind of the middle of the country, which is cool. So what got you into horses in Peoria, Illinois?
Well, I was born in Peoria, and then we moved quickly to Springfield, Illinois.
Okay.
Which is close by, and this and that. But and I have 3 brothers, 2 sisters.
Right.
So anytime it was 2-for-1 coupons in the paper or whatever, Mom put us in the station wagon, the country squire, and hauled us off there, and she got an hour off while somebody else took care of us.
It's a good plan.
That was
So
great.
that was it. My little sister was really good. She started going every day and had at least a pony, and then my little sister got hurt, so I had to ride the pony every day, and then that's what got me hooked on the barn, and then got me going. And it was, I did all sports when I was growing up, and something about the horse and flying over the jump with the horse really got my attention. So that's how I got started.
And okay, so so you didn't come from a horse family necessarily. No. It was an opportunity.
The 2-for-1 got it.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of the same deal.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. And so then, when did you how old were you when you started competing and really getting serious about it?
Well, I started when I was 11, and then when I was 13, I got this little thoroughbred mare called Glenda Joe.
Okay.
And she won 8 out of 8 classes at 2 different horse shows. Now, one show was a small show, but it's actually very, very hard because the jumps went really high. It was faulting out. It was before they had the rules. It was only 3 jump offs, and then so we kept on going. It was during the night. People had to put their lights on.
And how old were you at this point?
I was 12, 13.
Okay.
And so that was a pretty good feat for this mare. And she was a special mare. She didn't want to touch the jump. She was a little unorthodox, they called her in the paper, and this and that. Went her own way, but she was brave, and she wouldn't knock the rails down. So that was basically when I really got started. When I got a hold of a really nice horse that came into my life and really got me hooked into the sport. So that was when I was 13. Then when I was 14, I went. I left home, turned professional, and started riding. Moved up to Chicago.
At 14.
Yeah. Moved up to Chicago and then started riding there and rode lots and lots of horses up there.
And who'd you go ride with up there?
It was Northwestern Stables.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was
Northwestern Stables. So is that Chicago, and then you were not toward Lamplight or anything? Were you?
Well, Lamplight would be
Northwestern
west.
suburb, Morton Grove.
I gotcha.
On the way out to Barrington, somewhere in
Yeah,
there.
Right.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow,
So
14. You're up there. How long did you stay there?
5 years.
All right.
5 years. I learned a lot about showing horses. A lot of times, people would bring horses in from all over the Chicagoland area there, and have them there, and I'd have to walk up to the horse. People would say, "Oh, this horse goes to the left. This horse will stop if you're long, and this, that, and that." And then I would go, "Okay, great." I'd get on, and there would be right in front of the people that were looking at the horse to buy. So that was a little bit of a trick. I learned a lot about horses, and I learned a lot about people.
Right then. That was good.
That's amazing because I feel like now everybody's trying to find ways to stay amateur. And at 14, you decided you're going to go out there and go professional.
Yeah.
So what do you think the difference is? That a difference in era or just the situation you were in?
Well, I mean, of course, I was a junior at the time too, so really didn't have that. You
It didn't matter as much then.
You really had to go amateur if you were gonna.
Yeah,
After you were 18.
That is true. So
Okay.
as a junior, you can make money.
Okay.
I could still ride
which
other
is
people's
really
horses.
Got it.
Really weird on the U.S. It's same today. Juniors can make money, but it's not. And once
Yeah.
they hit 18, they can't anymore.
Okay.
Well, there was no portal, there was no,
Yep.
none of
None
that
of
kind of
that.
stuff. So I really didn't make any money, but I got to
You know
do what
what
I
I mean.
wanted to do. I was a working student.
Yeah,
Right.
There you go.
You know, so I did all the things, but I got unbelievable experience and knowledge.
Right.
You know, from doing it. So, but
Where did you go from there?
well, after the 5 years there, I really had a great time in the Midwest, and then I really wanted to see what it was like on the East Coast. So I signed up and took a working student job for a guy called Rodney Jenkins,
Oh, yeah.
Some guy named
Just
that.
some guy.
one of my idols in the
Yeah.
sport, you know. And so at first he said no, he didn't have anything for me, and then about a week later he called back. He said, I got a plan. So I worked half day for him, half day for Larry Aspen, a friend of his in Virginia, and then really got my feet wet there. And you know, I learned a lot about horses there, a lot about training, and so it was a great. I stayed there for 2 years,
Wow.
working with Rodney and his brother Larry, and at the farm, and that was a great experience there. You know, to be able to work with some of the best. You know.
That is definitely. So that was 21 then? You were about 21?
Yeah.
Or 22?
Yeah.
Then you went from, where was Rodney at the time? On the East
In
Coast?
Virginia,
Okay.
in Gordonsville, Virginia.
So that's where Ronnie was. Was Ronnie Beard up there at the time or no?
It was close by there. You know, we saw him at all the shows and
Right,
everything.
right, of course. He's always there.
yeah.
Okay. Then after Rodney, you get down south then or start your own thing?
Well, after Rodney, I stayed there for a couple years, and I learned a lot. There was not a whole lot of upward mobility. Most of the owners wanted Rodney to ride their horses,
Sure.
and so there was not a whole lot of upward mobility.
Sure.
So I kept working at it. I learned a lot and everything, and I thought, well, and then it was right down there on you know, back in the old days, the Chronicle, you know, the Chronicle of the
Chronicle,
Horse,
yeah.
and they had a directory there.
Yep.
And the directory from Virginia there was plumb full. Jimmy Lee, you had, you know, right down the
yeah.
street, everybody right down the street there.
Boy, Jimmy Lee's a good one.
I thought, wow, there's no way a small-time guy like me could hang a shingle up it right down against these guys.
Right.
And I had a great opportunity to go and ride on the West Coast,
Right.
on California and Arizona, for a guy, Richard Keller, gave me a great opportunity to ride out there, and it was just riding the green horses.
Right.
So I went out there for a season, and I was riding the green horses, and met a lot of nice people out there. And then all of a sudden, the Grand Prix rider, Kenny Nordstrom, got sick one Sunday, and I got to the barn early in the morning, and Richard said, you get the call. You're going to ride the
That
Grand
was
Prix
it.
horses today. So one of them was called Hometown Hero, kind of a famous horse at the time. And so here I am, first time going right into,
How old were you? But 25?
yeah, 25, so 26, somewhere in
There
there.
you are. Good choice.
Going to the Grand Prix on a horse I'd never ridden before.
Sink or
And,
swim.
It was a World Cup qualifier. It was a sizable Grand Prix. So the technique that, you know, the riding instructions as I was getting on was just don't get the horse deep. He's got a drapey front end, very drapey front end. Don't get him deep.
I like that word.
So I said, okay, all right. So I'm coming around. The first jump is an oxer, and I'm coming around the turn, and I'm there, and I'm thinking, oh, this is deep. This is really deep. And I got right to the base of the jump. The horse turned inside out, and somehow didn't touch the rail. And then after that, his eyes were wide open. He's like, man, we got a real greenhorn on our back right now. We better be at our best. So all of a sudden, he jumps clear. There was only a couple of clear, and then I had a double clear in the jump off, and then ended up winning the Grand Prix. So
you
it
won
was
your
kind of-
first Grand Prix.
yeah,
On a
that circuit.
catch ride,
Yeah.
basically.
That's awesome.
So that was, you know, that was kind of like my ticket there to the West Coast.
Right.
So I came back, worked for Rodney for another half a year or so, and then decided West Coast is my place to be. So then I ended up moving out to California.
Wow. So how long were you in California?
Let's call it 40 years.
40
California.
years.
Right, and that's where you won
Everything.
You won tons on thermal, tons at hits in Arizona, right? That's where hits is, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Well, hits in thermal California.
Okay, so the hits would be so they're it's in both spots, right? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Hits are all over.
Right. Well, I understand that. It's also here.
Yeah.
So good, John.
Thank you. Sometimes I know what's going on. So you're there for 40 years doing that. What then brings you to want to come to Ocala?
40 years and was going strong. Everything was going great and everything. And then we came. I was up in the World Cup qualifications.
Right.
And might have made it if we didn't do any other classes. But I thought if we just do one more class. So there was 2 classes here in Florida. One in Wellington and one at Live Oak.
Yep.
And I thought Wellington would be a little tough to just step in there. So I thought let's just do the Live Oak. So I came to Ocala, and I ship my own horses and do that kind of thing. So,
What year was this?
this is 6 years ago.
Right. Okay.
So it was after obviously after the Olympics and all that stuff. So all right, there you go. 6 years ago.
Yeah. So we came here and got to know the area and did the walkthrough. Did three tours of the WEC as it was being built. As the hotel was just a skeleton, walking through, kind of trying to
Picture it.
imagine how it was going to be and everything.
Is it the way that you thought it was going to be? Not the
much
site?
nicer? Much nicer.
I mean, you couldn't have. Nobody could imagine what they turned that place into.
Yeah. So I saw that and everything, and then went back and then thought, I've always kind of been on the outskirts, starting at Peoria,
Right.
went to Chicago.
Yep.
It's kind of the outskirts, it's the Midwest. Like I say, a lot of top riders come from the Midwest, but they go to the East Coast.
Sure.
Or go to the West Coast. And then I was at the West Coast, and then not the East Coast, and not Europe, and it was 40 years of the West Coast is nothing compared to the East Coast, and all these things that people say. And why do they even say it?
I don't know why they say it.
You could get on a plane and be in the East Coast the next day. Right. I mean, it's not like the old days.
Yeah.
Right.
So with travel, there is no more, East Coast is
West
better,
Coast,
this coast is better. That's all just. So, and I saw this place being built and everything, and I thought, that's where show jumping is going.
Right.
That's where show jumping is going. So if I can get there, then show jumping comes to me for the first time ever.
Right.
Because I've always been on the kind of the outskirts a little bit.
It worked.
And I think it's just great with the horses here and the green grass and the competition here is getting second to none. So it's I'm happy with the move.
Yeah. I mean, agreed. So I came here from Milwaukee, and just
What year was that?
I mean, we bought this.
That was a long.
We bought this place in
25 years ago?
2000. 45 years ago, 20 years ago, 26 years ago.
I was close. I said 25.
I thought you said 45. My point is, I mean, we just happened to buy down the road from WEC and Hits, and it just sprang up around us. And I mean, how lucky are we?
Yeah.
Everybody that lives here.
We got here 2019, right before WEC opened, and got a farm 3 months before it opened. And then it opened, so.
You know what's so funny is I used to drive to the gym in the mornings past that property, and I would say to my friend Darren Chacha, we need to figure out how to buy that property. That is the best place to have a horse show. We should buy it and have a horse show. Thank God we didn't, because it would have been a complete piece of crap if we had gotten into it.
The Roberts
I couldn't. I mean, there's no way you could ever. Even no way you could ever compare to that, but it wouldn't have been any good because I would have been involved in it.
You had Chester Weber across the street. I mean,
yeah. But I mean, how great is it that somebody did buy it and turned it into that? It's just unreal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So what we got to do is talk about the Olympics, but we want to have more time since we're winding down. Where's your farm here in Ocala?
Yeah.
And did you build it yourself, or did you buy an existing farm?
The farm is right here. It's on 40. If you take it right out of the World Equestrian Center, and go down 2 BPs, and take a left.
So you're 8 minutes.
It's on 140. Yeah, yeah, and it's right behind Classic Mile.
Okay.
I know exactly
Okay.
where you're really close.
Just behind there.
Yeah.
I've got a barrel racer, and her husband's a horseshoer on the corner.
Yep.
And then my place, and it's just right where the starting blocks are on the racetrack. So in the morning, I get out there and I'm riding in my field, and the jockeys are on the track and we're heckling each other.
Right.
I'll race you, this and that.
That's awesome.
Shut up, you old man! You can't do. I said, I'll race you right down the road. Let's go.
Briggs would be
We
out
have
there
a
trying to
blast,
get on the
it's kind of
racehorse.
fun. It's kind of fun getting out there and bantering with those
awesome.
guys and everything. So it's that's kind of fun. And then now the Roberts have purchased the World Equestrian Center. So I'm really anxious to see what they're going to do with that piece of property, which is right in my front.
With
front
which?
door.
So which side have they bought there?
What
The
did
whole
they buy?
Classic Mile, 700.
Oh, they
acres.
bought
they
Classic
bought
Mile.
Classic
Okay,
Mile.
got it.
They
Yeah.
bought the Jockey Club, Ocala Jockey. That's where
Right.
the eventing's going to hopefully open
Maybe.
back up.
Yeah.
But when did they get Classic Mile? She's buying everything.
I knew she just bought it. I just read she bought a place.
8 months ago or so. Yeah.
And do we know? Have we heard any rumors of what she wants to do there?
Only rumors, but I don't think they know.
Right.
And I think with the event center that just opened up,
Yep.
I was just in there last night. It was
Was it nice?
really nice, really nice.
Did you
It was
go
big?
What's
They got a
the
bunch of
polo
new restaurants
pony.
too,
Yeah,
right?
was it better
polo
than the
pony.
Yellow Pony?
Well, they had 12 or 13 servers behind the bar, which was really nice to see. I mean, we walked in, boom, service was great, boom, boom,
That's
boom,
good.
bang.
Yeah,
So that was pretty good. And it's a big place, so I think it's going to be great.
Awesome. We were talking about going the other day. We were going to go Saturday night, and they were like, maybe we shouldn't when it's just opening. But you're Will Simpson. You can get in there and get whatever you want.
Well, I just walked in and had a Guinness. It was great. It was great.
Perfect. That's the way to do it.
It's awesome.
All right. Well, let's take a break.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and we'll get into the Olympics and go from there. So
Perfect.
Thank you to Equibrew.
Yep.
We appreciate the support that they give us. And as always, thank you to Horse Trailer Pros. We're going to take a brief break and we'll be right back with Will Simpson.
For a horse owner on the road, your trailer is essential. No one enjoys being stuck on the road. At Horse Trailer Pros, we repair, renovate, and maintain all makes and models of horse trailers. We work directly with your insurance company or manufacturer for warranty repairs and insurance claims. Our state-of-the-art facility provides quick turnaround and friendly customer service. Considering a living quarter conversion? We do those too. Find comfort on the road with Horse Trailer Pros. Call or text 352-804-2131. HorseTrailerPros.com.
One of my favorite things to do is explore the stores at World Equestrian Center here in Ocala, Florida. When I do, I always make sure to stop in at I Love My Horse Equestrian Boutique. I Love My Horse is a one-stop shop for the latest trends in equine gear, protective equipment, show attire, and casual apparel. They're located in Arena 3 at the World Equestrian Center, right beside the Grand Arena. They've got all kinds of great products in the store. The horse shows are underway at WEC and HITS, and the eventing season is going full throttle. So if you forgot something, or if you just want to pick up something you need to start the season, I Love My Horse is the place to go. Already at the events at Majestic Oaks, Rocking Horse, or Ocala? No problem. I Love My Horse has an awesome mobile tack store just for you eventers. Penny and Terry and their team will take care of all of your equine tack and apparel needs.
Welcome back to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We are still in studio with Will Simpson. Will, we got a rundown of where Cindy Crawford's from, Ronald Reagan, and evidently you, Peoria, Illinois. We went through your childhood, we went to the West Coast, now we're back at WEC. But when we were looking at your bio, you got gold medal, you got that medal at home. Tell us about Seoul.
Nope, Hong Kong.
Hong
Seoul?
Kong,
Come on,
sorry.
don't
Yeah.
age this man. Come on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
88 was Seoul.
Yeah, that's a long time. It was 2008.
2008.
20 years later
Hong
with
Kong.
Carlson
Sorry,
Vom Dock.
I was dating you a little bit there on age,
Yeah.
but no. 2008, Hong Kong.
2008 Hong Kong. Well, let's start there. It was the Beijing Olympics. So now we're going over, and you can't export horses from China, so they have to do it from mainland China. So you have to do it in Hong Kong, which was, well, once we got there, it was great. The Sha Tin racetrack was incredible. They had, like, even for the cross country, they had all weather footing cross country practice course and a grass cross country course to practice on, and 8 rings, to ride in. So it was amazing, the Sha Tin racetrack. But so that was okay once we got there and got past. I wanted to be in the Olympic Village.
Right.
With Kobe Bryant and playing ping pong with Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, that'd be
that
pretty
kind of
cool.
stuff.
Seeing everybody.
So we felt a little gypped that we couldn't be there, but it was too far away to get there. But and then basically once we figured out that our horses were jumping really good, and the Germans and their horses were jumping mediocre, we were like, yeah, this is really cool. So then we got over the fact that we weren't there at the Olympic Village with all the other athletes. But so that was fun.
Who's on your team with you?
McLean Ward, Laura Kraut, and DZ Madden. I mean, you talk about a dream team.
Right.
These guys.
Pretty good.
And Laura's now an Ocalian.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a farm right down from us.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. So you got the dream team there, and you had your horse that John was proud to pronounce.
Yeah, Carlson Vom Dock. I said
So
it right.
where were you in the mix as far as the 4 team members? I mean, were you favored, or was McLean Ward, or were they looking at Laura? What was going on there?
Well, Laura had already been, McLean had already been, Beezy had already been. So I'm the first.
You're a newbie.
I'm the elder statesman, but the newbie on the team. But my horse was going really good at the time. It was the right kind of horse for the atmosphere there. It was very hot, and so we wanted hot, quick horses.
Sure.
So that's what we had. Authentic. Cedric and Carlson Vom Dock were all quick little horses, and McLean, he had a big tractor in Sapphire.
But a really good tractor.
A great tractor, but also between McLean and Lee, they could take any horse there,
Right.
and get
the job done.
the best result out of it. So that's an amazing team that they have. So it was great to have those horses there. So I think we had confidence in my horse as a team, and we had. The qualifications, I was coming from California, so all the others were headquartered on the East Coast, and so I was the newbie coming into the Olympic trials, and when I first got there, people were like, where have you been? We haven't seen any results from Thermal, we haven't seen any results from West Coast, you haven't been here, you're just walking into the Olympic trials? And I was like, well, I've been practicing at home, and
That's what I've been doing.
And so I did the footing trial for Thermal that year, and it was horrendous in the beginning. So I didn't want to go there. And I knew my footing at home was really good. I was headquartered at El Campeon Farms, the Gonda family, with an amazing facility right at home. So I knew the conditions, and I knew how to handle it. And so we started out with gymnastic in the indoor ring. Then we went to the sand ring and did some courses there, and then we finished up on the grass ring, which was it was like a sand ring. It was so the footing was so good and everything. So had the 3 different venues to prep and everything, and could set my courses the way I wanted to, and so got ready for that. Then went to the trials.
And where were the trials?
In Wellington.
Right. Okay.
So I was there for a week early. And it was super hot, humid. I wasn't used to humidity, and every time I looked down, my horse was lathered. Everywhere there was leather or anything on the bridle is all lathered. I'm thinking, oh, geez, I'm taking too much out of my horse.
Yeah.
So the last day, I just took it for a little trail ride and a little hand walk, and then, I think there was 92 or so in the trials, and it was at night. So I think I went at like 10 o'clock at night, and a cold front came in, windy, and I mean ice cold. I mean, we're all in the parkas and everything.
In Wellington.
Perfect.
And I took it easy on my horse, thinking I was taking too much out of him. And all of a sudden, I come in the ring, tail goes up over, he's prancing like this. I'm like, oh my god, this is
Not going to go well.
yeah. So I think I had 3 down. There was 3 combinations. I had the end of all 3 combinations down. And that was I think that was on Saturday, and the next trial wasn't until Wednesday. And so, all my buddies we're playing basketball, we're playing golf, and they're like, hey, Will, how you enjoying your vacation? Horse jumped terrible. I was thinking, this is. And so Wednesday comes along, got through the week. Wednesday comes along, boom, we win the next trial, win 3 trials in a row.
Oh wow!
And so it's like, here we go. We might be on to something.
out.
Right.
So and then I was laying in bed the morning of the last trial. You can't sleep, of course. You can't sleep, So I'm up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden I hear this loud thunder, the loudest thunder you've ever heard. Boom! And I was like, wow, this is something. So about an hour later, I don't know, 6:30 or so, my groom Roger calls me. He says, Carlson won't eat. I said, I'll be right there. So I got there, and sure enough, he's just standing there, won't eat. So I took some grain, put it over, and sure enough, he ate it. But what happened was he couldn't move his neck. And my theory is that thunder, he must have been sleeping somewhere or whatever, and bolted up and
Torqued himself.
tweaked his neck one way. And so he was like, he could not move his neck. So we worked on him. I did everything. Every therapy you could.
And this is the morning of the final trial.
The morning before.
Okay, so 2 days before.
It was a day off.
Right.
Had every chiropractor, every acupuncturist, every therapist you could find. It did everything on him. And finally, right before the trial, the next day, I could ride him, and both George Morris and Frank Chapeau came out. We want to see him jump. So we jumped him. I jumped him, I don't know, meter 30, something like that. And they said, oh, okay, you can show. You can show him. I said, okay, yeah, great. And then I started thinking about it. The horse, usually he's breathing fire, full of blood. You can barely hold him. And now I'm floating the reins out and having to kick him. And so I had made the decision. I said, listen, he can't go. He can't jump a Olympic trial course right now. He's exhausted from all the treatment. Right. He's sound, but he's exhausted. So they said, well, if you don't go, you're out. And so I had to go with that, So I watched the class, this and that.
I love that.
The next morning,
your horse.
The next morning, I get a call. It said, come to the meeting. And then I came to the meeting, and then I was accepted into the top 10 for the trials. And then that meant about 2 months of another couple of weeks recovery, then fly to Europe, show in 3 shows over there, and then wait for the other team to show in the other 2 shows, and then wait, and so another 2.5 months.
Wow.
Of stress, of wondering whether you're going to make it or not, this and that and the other thing.
That's a big investment in time and effort.
Yeah, all with one horse.
One horse.
All with one horse, and basically we had to walk him down to another farm to get him to turn out and get him out of the quarantine at the show, and then so who knows what it was going to be, but he was he was sound, and I could start to ride him a little bit. So that went there, and so it was like every step of the way, it was like, well, he was jumping pretty good, so let's go to the trials, right? And that was an accomplishment. And then we go to the trials, other than the first day,
Right.
that was disaster. Everything else went just fine until the last day, but we made it through the trials, and then we made the top 10.
Right.
What another great accomplishment. And then we go to Europe, and there was Le Bowl, Rome, and St. Gallen that I had to jump in, and we decided to bring the kids because at the time, both the parents, Nikki and myself, were both in the top 10 in the country.
Right.
Which is
That's amazing.
right
Absolutely.
there.
Yeah.
So we wanted to bring the kids so they could see and be part of that atmosphere and everything. So we brought the kids.
How many do you have?
2.
Boy, girl.
Ty and Sophie. Ty's 24 and Sophie's 28.
There we go.
At the time, Ty was, what was he, 8 years old or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we bring them there, and we said, well, we got to, just a side note, we got to take them to see some sights,
Right.
We're here in Rome. So we're hurrying. It's amazing how long 1 or 2 or 3 horses can take you.
No kidding.
At that level, when you're behind and so you're prepping the horses, So we got to take the kids. So we get in the cab. Hey, what's the closest thing that we can go see? He says, oh, the Spanish Steps.
Yeah.
So we go
Seen
there.
those?
So we go there, and Nikki's mom was with us. I said to Nikki, what's the significance of the Spanish Steps? So we can tell the kids, She said, I don't know. She asked her mom. She goes, well, I don't know. And so then Ty, he overhears us. He goes, oh, I know what it is. That's where you go to learn Spanish, step by step.
Perfect.
I said, okay, back in the cab. Let's get back to the horse show.
You got it.
Then we go back there. So then, next thing I know, a little.
That's awesome.
We're not with the kids all day.
Right.
There's about 25 Americans that are with this traveling, owners of the horses, family, this and that.
Sure.
And I'm thinking that Ty's up there either passed out on 3 or 4 of them on their laps, or he's throwing rocks at some other kid or something. And
He's learning Spanish.
next thing I know, I go double clear in the Grand Prix of Rome, and kind of in the back of my mind thinking I might be clinching my spot here.
Right.
And so I looked up to tip my hat, to Ty, and there he was, like, yeah, like
Awesome.
my biggest fan ever,
That's such a great feeling, huh?
Oh, I thought he was going to be a pain, but he was like right there in
watching.
the sport. It's almost like he knew what just happened. And so that became my signature move whenever he was there, that I always tip my hat to him. And so,
I like that.
I was telling the story about all the little steps of the way, the accomplishments, and you
Yep.
made the team and did the trials, made the top 10, made the spot.
Right.
After Aachen, he got named to the team. I mean, unbelievable accomplishments, that
And the nice thing is, it seems like, although it wouldn't have felt that way at the time, like at any point, if the journey stopped, you accomplished all these great things to that point.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Big,
Big things.
Big things.
satisfying accomplishments.
Yeah.
And then, just like fast forward for me just a second here, then all of a sudden we get through the Olympics. It's my turn to go. McLean runs out. George Morris comes out. He says, Will, all you got to do is go clear and we get the gold.
No pressure.
And I'm like, because they thought I was going to go way too fast, in the jump off
Right.
and everything, So I'm like, oh, okay, great. Big, huge, biggest jumps ever, this and that. And so I'm thinking, okay.
What are they? A meter 65? What are they?
Meter 60, meter 65, somewhere in there.
Huge.
Yeah.
But they're set, and this and that. So I'm thinking, okay, I can do this. This is what I live for.
Right.
And then got the job done. And then the announcer's gold for U.S. And I didn't even know where my son was
Right.
in this whole sea of people. So I had to take my hat and go like this all the way around as I'm
try to
riding
make
this
sure you got
riding this hot horse like this. And that's where this logo came from.
Let me see.
Okay.
That's me twisting around my horse.
Trying to tip your hat to your...
Trying to make sure that I went to every section
That's awesome.
so that I could get Ty in there.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
So
did he see you do it? Obviously, he did.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What
it
a
was
story.
it was a fun thing.
Oh wow! So how long did they? tell us about y'all win the gold, the team gold, right?
Yeah.
And then the awards. Did you ever get to go to Beijing or no?
No.
Y'all always were Hong Kong bound.
Always at Hong Kong, but they did such an amazing job.
Yeah.
You know, they had a mock opening ceremony. They had, I mean, everything was. They did an amazing job.
That's good.
So you felt the atmosphere and everything. It was an amazing job that they did.
So going back home, now we're, what, 20 years later, 22 years later, 24?
18, right?
18 years later.
Yeah.
Is your son riding? Is your
Yeah.
daughter riding?
Yeah.
And are they competing? Are they at WEC? Are they with you helping with the farm? Or are they doing their own thing and going out from riding with Rodney?
They do. Yeah, they do their own thing. Sophie's still in California.
Yeah.
Riding there and has a nice business out there. And Ty helps his mom in Wellington. He's coming up here to Ocala quite often this year.
Right.
He was up here this week, and he'll be up here on week 4 doing the young U25 things.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
U25 is getting big with the USCF for
everybody,
jumpers and for the eventers and I'm sure for the dressage. So
Yeah.
that's cool. So
Yeah.
does he have I know I just read the U25 for eventing's having world championships. Are they doing that for the jumpers as well?
I think so, yeah.
So
Yeah.
FEI, that's in, well, for eventing, it's at Mill Street next year. This year.
We're in this year now.
I know.
It
It
is legit. I usually write on my check until about March that it's the 2025, and then I'll finally get it.
So do you help him, or does what goes on there?
His mom does all the work. She does all the heavy lifting.
Right.
She gets him to the ring. He does all this stuff. Ty and I can sit down for 5 minutes, and I can tell him one little thing.
Right.
And I can see him do it. I can see him do it, and I can.
That's a great feeling.
It's kind of amazing, the bond that we have there. But I can't take credit. His mom does all the heavy lifting. She does all the work.
But I mean, you tipped your hat to him a lot.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's the logo.
I mean, there you go. So before I had a question that was but you go ahead, John, because it was right there, and I just lost
when you
it.
get it, just jump in. All I was going to say is, so now you're here in Ocala. You've got the farm down the road from WEC. Like, what's going on now? Like, what are you doing now? What are the horses? What's the business? What's the plan?
Yeah, the business model is I want to ride as long as I can.
Yep.
So the majority of the horses in the barn are for me to ride, compete on. I do love to teach. It helps me ride better. I mean, when you say it,
yep,
you better, and you're still suiting up in boots or breeches.
Yep.
You sure better do it.
Do what you preach.
Yeah. So I really like that aspect of it. I like working with fun people, and so the majority is still riding and staying fit, and be ready for the right horse to come along and be right back up there in the.
And so do you have the horse in the barn?
There's possibilities.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, tell us something. I know Chaco Blues. He's a little bit quirky, right?
A little bit.
I was trying to downplay it a little bit, Will.
I try to give him to my son. He's like, no way.
I'm not going to take that horse.
No way. No.
He's back going, and are you going to
yeah.
be doing some stuff with him?
Yeah.
We're going to get you the Echo. You can take that bottle home with you. You can start him on it right away.
We'll get him on that. He's historically he really likes real big events, real big venues.
Right.
Likes on grass. So I've got him earmarked for Live Oak.
Yep.
Coming up.
That's in March.
He's usually pretty
right?
good there, and then just show him where he wants to show a little bit. I got another Chaco Blue Star, who's Chaco Blue Quick Star, and I had Quick Star, who was a famous stallion in the sport when he was 3 until 7.
Right.
And so I see a lot of the similarities in this Chaco Blue Star.
In a good way or bad?
In a great way with
way.
Quick Star.
Yep.
Yeah, the hind end is good, and he's a fighter, and he's super fast. He won the welcome last week by 2 seconds, and just not even trying, just kind of taking.
That's a good quality.
Yeah, so we'll see if he matures into it. He's got a little time still, so we'll see if that happens. And we just keep. The main thing is stay healthy and not be the weak link.
The weakest.
Yeah, no, I do know.
You just
Totally.
have to. You just
I think
have
that's
to
great.
cross the fingers and hope that the jumping gods and the equestrian gods,
all aligned. Well, good for you.
All aligned.
It sounds like you put all your ducks in a row, and here you are, beautiful Ocala, doing your thing. And I'm just glad I'm jogging your memory a little bit. But last year when we did sit down and talk, you're like, that stuff really working on my horse. So I want you to take the bottle home with you, and we'll make sure you get some supplies for them.
Great. Yeah.
Well, Will, I appreciate you coming. I know it was a long drive over, so I appreciate that. But honestly, mostly it's great to meet you finally, because I know everybody's like, oh yeah, you got to meet Will Simpson, and I feel like I miss you. Yeah, I know we're very matchy today.
What the hell's going on with that?
I don't know.
Did we get the memo?
Yeah, we send a dress code to everybody that shows up. Yeah. But it was nice to meet you, and I appreciate you coming in.
Great to meet you, and thanks for having me.
All right.
Thanks. And look, while we'll say it on the air, Will's going to sign the show about eventing, which it really isn't. It's also about show jumping.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very
so there you go. Thanks for being on the show, Will.
Very good.
All right. So we appreciate you guys watching, and we'll be back in another couple weeks with another awesome show. One thing I will say because we're always awesome. One thing I will say for all of the people watching is we really appreciate you guys. And the more that you can interact with us on YouTube and the comments and give us reviews on the podcast players and check us out on Instagram, it definitely helps the podcast out. So please do that. And thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks, everybody.
We have an awesome show for you guys today.
The greatest eventer of all time.
Good news for the sport.